She had one job.
Welcome back to Internet is Forever TV, the home of chaos, fails, and ideas that should have stayed in the group chat. Today, it's DIY disasters, collapsing cabinets, cursed plumbing, and paint jobs that scream regret. This is DIY projects gone wrong, because not every home improvement improves anything. First up, a romantic DIY evening. Just two people, a drill, and a shared sense of overconfidence. What could possibly go wrong? Next, it was supposed to save money, but in true DIY fashion, it backfired beautifully.
This is our $700 renovation regret. One of the biggest renovations we've done to this house was redoing our entire floor. As you can see, the entire house used to be tiled, including the bedrooms, which is obviously a very dated look, so we removed all of the tiles and installed a laminate floating floor. This is ultimately where we made our mistake. As you can imagine, renovations aren't exactly cheap, and so sometimes you make sacrifices and you ultimately pay the price. In this instance, we bought the cheapest flooring option available, and at the time it was so amazing because the floors looked so good and it only cost us $700. Then only a few months later, we quickly realized the price of our mistake. Laminate flooring is designed to expand and contract, which we did allow for in the installation process. However, I think we just ended up buying really cheap floors, which was our biggest lesson. So we will be redoing our floors as part of our kitchen renovation. So stay tuned.
Next up, when your little drilling project accidentally becomes your neighbor's problem too.
Never trust a woman to do DIY. So I thought, come on, let's go round next door because I couldn't see out the other end. So, so when I went round next door to have a look, to see if I've gone through this one. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Yeah, so I knocked the door. Yeah, I was literally cacking it now, thinking I can't have done it. I cannot have come through that wall. I'm just standing here thinking, oh my God, please no, I haven't come through the wall. I thought I must have just gone through the cavity. Please tell me I have not come through the wall. This is the worst 30 seconds of my life waiting for this man to open his door. So I say to him, can I just have a look in your living room? And he says, why? And I says, because I think I might have come through your door. Let's have a look. Are you ready for this?
Next, got holes in your wall? Just slap on some paper and paint. Said no sane person ever.
Right, just wanted to show you this quick tip. How to fix a hole in the wall in seconds. If you were to use filler over that, it would take hours to dry. Just stick a piece of paper over it, stick it on with emulsion over the top, and you can hardly see it. I know it's not perfect, but it'll do on most jobs.
Wait, hold on. This is paper? Wait. Oh my God.
Up next, he pulls up the floor, only to discover it's floorception, 5 full layers deep.
The landlord special.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Awful.
Fuck!
Up next, a guy tackles a classic DIY task, resizing a door. He picked up the saw and made a choice.
Look at this fucking door. Look how short it is. So a friend of mine wanted to show me his bedroom that he finished off, and he cut like 8 inches off of this door. Standard door handles are 37 inches. Look at this. That's like 29, 30 inches. That's a little bit low. Oh, but wait, it gets better. I don't know what the hell is going on up here on the ceiling, but he's got some major issues with being out of level. I don't know. He seemed pretty proud of it. I mean, it's in a basement, so this should be perfectly level down here, but I mean, I didn't want to like really tell him how screwed up this was, and he doesn't have TikTok, so I figured I'm safe to post it on here.
Up next, that magical DIY moment when you realize you're just doing the prep work for someone qualified.
My biggest DIY fail that made me cry. We wanted to renovate our own kitchen cabinets, so we started by stripping them down so that we could sand them and then add a stain. We used really fine sandpaper to smooth everything out and even used preconditioner before the stain. But once we finished staining the whole kitchen, we realized it was very patchy in certain areas and even looks really distressed, just not good. So we have to go in a different direction very quickly because countertops are coming in soon. So we grabbed a bunch of paint samples to pick a color so that we could hire professionals to do it over the weekend. Excuse me while I go cry myself to sleep.
I'ma go buy me a gun, and I'ma come back here and set this motherfucker.
Next, she just wanted a quick bathroom facelift and accidentally signed herself up for a full-blown renovation.
I made the mistake of thinking I could give this bathroom a quick facelift, and things escalated pretty quickly.
I think I'm just gonna put it back on. That's all caulk.
I was planning on just replacing the faucet in here, but this sink and countertop were very damaged, so I took it out. This was so heavy, but I got it out. Then I had every intention of painting these cabinets until I realized how much water damage there was, and that had to come out too. At one point, I honestly thought this thing was glued in, but there were just so many layers of caulk that it was a struggle to get out. And that is when things really took a turn for the worst.
These are so bad.
I pulled out the toilet and realized these valves had been leaking a lot.
This is soaked.
I had to replace all 3 valves, but they were so corroded I could not get them off and I needed help.
Do you need help? Christy, you want help? Okay, let me help. What are you doing?
After a lot of hours and aggravation, we did get all 3 valves replaced, but once those were done, we decided to remove all the baseboards and this old linoleum to see how bad the damage really was.
Oh.
It wasn't good.
Well, we're in it now.
Honestly, I regret starting this project. I wish I could just close this door and pretend this bathroom doesn't even exist. The water damage was actually pretty bad, and it wasn't just under the toilet, it ended up being in all the corners as well. So I had to remove this entire layer of wood to make sure that the water didn't also seep through into the subfloor. So lesson learned, my quick facelift turned into a complete gut job.
Next up, when your DIY project turns into a full-blown cleaning marathon, because step 1 was make a huge mess.
Hold it off on that first one first, yeah?
Yeah. What are you doing, Joel?
Yeah. No, you're taking a fucking piss.
Joel!
Oh
my god.
Well, it looks like it's staying now, isn't it? Because...
Brilliant. That's my pendant's gone out the window then, isn't it?
I like that one anyway, stop moaning. All over my new floor as well. Glass everywhere. We'll just leave this one up for now, and I'll fill the holes. And I'll just have to... They're expensive though, man.
Up next, when you decide your staircase isn't fancy enough, so you DIY it into an $8,000 regret,
I accidentally ruined my staircase and it might cost me $8,000 to fix. This is what it originally looked like. I hated the carpet and the color of the stairs. I could see the real hardwood underneath and wanted to reveal that. Ripping up the carpet was so much harder than I thought it was going to be, and it left a ton of dust. To look at the difference when I vacuumed this, there was also a ton of staples in there. They were super thick. No one at Home Depot had even recognized them, so I gave up pulling those out and started stripping the paint. This was after a day and 6 coats of normal paint stripper from Home Depot. I realized that was going to take me forever, so I tried calling a professional to see how much it would cost, and apparently because the house is 100 years old, it would cost 10 times the normal price because of the possibility of lead paint. He did recommend a product to me that safely removes lead paint, and it worked super well at first, which gave us a lot of hope, so we went all in, but we ran out of the paper that goes on top of the goop, and so we substituted it for parchment paper, and it did not work. Came in the next day and it had all just hardened and crusted over. We spent another day doing another layer and we were able to get some progress done. It started looking a little bit better, so we went ahead and did all of the stairs as well. But when we took it off the next day, it was still just not where we needed it to be. There was a lot of scraping left to be done, so this is where we're at. I'm honestly debating just painting over it all and having it be lumpy, but it would look horrible. I'm open to any suggestions at this point. I don't want to pay the $8,000 to have it fixed, but I just don't know what to do next.
Next up, not every DIY you see online is as easy as it looks. In real life, it became a full afternoon of scraping and regret.
We've all seen this video. This girl makes it look so easy. Look at that peel. It's glorious. I have to try this. At this point, I start getting giddy. I'm cleaning down the windows. I'm preparing for this reel to go viral. I go out and buy that mask and peel product. I apply a generous layer. I even did 2 coats of the product around the perimeter of each window. Beautiful. Once it turns clear, you know it's dry and you are ready to start painting. You could be really sloppy, quote unquote, because wherever you get the black paint, it's just going to peel off. So easy, right? Wrong. Now I am scoring the edges and I'm using a straight razor to peel back. Oh, wait, what's going on? Why isn't it peeling? I'm just gonna let the rest of the video speak for itself.
Next, she gave it her all, and the DIY gave her a perfect upside-down masterpiece.
Why are you crying, Vicky?
The door's upside down. I tried so hard. It took me all day. I'm so upset. It just fit. It's cold. Nothing about it is right. It's the wrong door.
This is right.
You never know what you're gonna find when you're checking a house out after a tenant leaves. What in the redneck engineering is that right there? I have no idea. It should look like that. Those are sheet metal screws. I guess,
they could have said something.
yeah, I would have fixed it.
Next up, they thought tearing off the backsplash would be quick and easy. By the end, they were questioning everything, including each other.
What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Dude, I'm so angry at you right now.
Why at me?
Cause you made me fucking do this.
Up next, when your DIY doors don't turn out as planned, and halfway through, you get deja vu, because you already failed this once before.
What's wrong with you now?
You're not gonna believe it.
What?
Handles look nice, yeah?
Yeah, they look really
Doors
nice.
look nice, obviously no architrave.
Yeah.
You want to close the door?
Yeah. Just making a piss.
Look, come and show everyone what I've done. You ready? It hits the door frame. So the only way to close the door would be...
Oh my god.
Who does that? Like, who closes the door like that? We used to just be able to pull the door.
Is she even closing when you do that?
No, look. Hello. I give up with this DIY shit. I need to sort my life out, I think.
Oh my god. Does it happen the same with this one?
No, this one's fine because it was closed.
Okay. What about this one?
This one is alright as well. Oh my days.
No, surely not.
Fuck this, man.
Ocula.
Piano, non spingere.
Ma che ti sudano le mani, ti scivola. Beh, sudo prima.
Fermati lì, che devo...
Next, when the previous owners were big on DIY, and now you're the one fixing their creative mistakes.
I love that this is everyone's reaction to this, because the previous owners literally put shelf lining paper up as a backsplash. And they put peel and stick tile here, which is fine, although falling apart. But they also put it as the tub surround. Nice. The further away you get, the worse it gets. Jesus Christ. They tried. They couldn't be bothered to actually... And I've been working on this built-in for the past couple of days, but originally they had scrapbook paper glued to the glass, and you can still see all the adhesive.
Next up, it looked amazing at first, but those TikTok tiles started falling apart in just weeks. Aesthetics, 10, durability, no comment.
What's up, military families? If you're new here, my name is Sonia, my husband's name is Christian, he's in the Air Force, and we just moved to a new duty station. This is the kitchen in our new base housing, and we're trying to elevate it with these TikTok tiles. I've seen these all over Facebook, in other base housing Facebook groups I'm in, and we thought we'd give them a try. They're super easy to cut and install, as you can see. We didn't really have very many issues, and we thought it looked great. But now that it's been a couple of weeks, things are not looking so great. They're starting to come off of the wall. Quite a few have fallen down, and we don't really know what to do. We spent $50 on the portion that we've already done, and another $50 on the rest of the kitchen that we haven't put up yet. What should we do?
Up next, when you build a spray tent to keep things clean, but end up repainting the garage instead. Next, he followed all the IKEA instructions, except the part where it's supposed to look right in the end.
No. Oh no, dude.
Oh. Fuck me, you fuck. Oh, fuck's sake.
Character.
That's Sydney's fuck up.
That's. Oh dear.
Next clip, the previous owners loved DIY so much, they started using paint as glue.
On today's episode of What More Can I Find With This House That These People Fucked Up? Well, this is the air vent in the master bedroom. As you can see here, it's got louvers on the inside. This is supposed to be the open close, and it's definitely painted closed. And that's swinging on the hinge of paint. Literally, the only thing holding this onto the wall right now is paint.
Coming!
There it is! Watch it, baby, watch it.
Next up, she found a bargain at Poundland, but forgot to measure first. Now it's a great deal on something she can't even use.
I found an absolute bargain from Poundland, but it was a big fail. This bamboo extendable cutlery tray was originally £12, reduced to £6 with nothing wrong with it. So literally 50% off. Brought it home, tried to put it in my drawer. Would that fit? No. As you can see with my frustrated hand movement, I tried again, hoping that I was just, I don't know, if I pulled the drawer out a little bit, it'd slot in. No luck. So I've had to revert back to my old one. However, if you have bigger drawers than me, this is a bargain at £6. So head to Poundland and see if they've got them.
Next, one screw, one pipe, one giant mess. And in true DIY fashion, her first instinct was, better film this and ask strangers what to do.
Bro, I was just trying to hang this, and I... What do I do?
Oh my god, oh my god. My phone just fell in the paint.
Oh, fuck.
Next up, another classic case of enthusiastic previous owner DIY, where ambition was high, but skill, not so much. Up next, that moment in every DIY when you stop, listen, and wonder if you just triggered structural collapse.
What's that sound? Oh, I don't like it. You hear that? Oh, shit. Move! Run! Run! Move! Get down! What's that noise? Did I just puncture it? What?
Oh my god!
Next up, her DIY was more suited for the outdoors because she soaked the floor and the project completely slipped away.
I'm going to end up in a craft shaming group for this one, and honestly, I deserve it. I've been redoing my craft room, and after I painted the walls pink, I went a little crazy painting the light cover switches and vent covers pink. And then I was looking at this rug a little too long and decided to try to paint it pink too. The rug came with the house, and I've been using it to protect the hardwood floors, so it was already ruined. And I figured if this came out terribly, it wouldn't be a huge deal. So I mixed some pink paint with some water, and I used a sponge to sponge it on. I put cardboard underneath the rug to protect the wood, and then just kind of slid those down and propped the rug up with some old paintings that are slated to be painted over, but it started drying really funky, leaving these weird imprints. So I decided to try and suck out the excess water with my carpet cleaner, and that didn't really do anything, except for get the floor even more wet. So I elevated the rug to wipe off the floor in the most difficult way possible, and that's when the water really started coming. I completely forgot I was even recording this time lapse at this point, but as you can see, I'm placing bowls and cups strategically around the rug to catch the water coming off of it because it would just not stop. But it did eventually dry, and this is the result. 100% not worth it. So if you're ever wondering why you've never seen someone do something a certain way that seems like it should work, this is probably why.
Does something look a little off to you guys? You're not gonna believe. They put this on backwards. This is supposed to be on this side. See how this is the rounded edge, the like vinyl? It's slightly off. Oh my goodness. If we flipped it around, it would just have holes in it. So it's stapled in. It has tiny little staples. Oh boy.
Next, that magical moment when it hits you. This DIY wasn't a good idea, and never was.
Why did I think this was a good idea? I had a minor lapse in judgment and decided to try and decoupage my front door, thinking that it would just easily peel off once it dried. Literally, no. So in case you needed someone to tell you not to put Mod Podge or Elmer's glue on a surface that you don't want it to be on forever, here you go. I mean, I guess it did peel off, but it left a crazy residue everywhere, so that's why we're pressure washing. But honestly, the pressure washing needed to be done anyways, so I guess this was just the push that I needed.
Up next, you were proud of it back then. Now it's just a reminder that not all ideas age well.
Watch me destroy my countertops. So a couple years ago, I decided to epoxy my countertops because I wanted them to be lighter and whiter and brighter, and turns out that was a really bad idea. So when they started peeling off, I just decided to go for it, and I peeled it straight off my counter. It was super easy to do, and the reason I'm doing it is because there's tiny bubbles of dirt everywhere and stains that I cannot clean and I cannot get out, and I'm just fed up with it. It's such a bad idea to do this. I highly don't recommend. I know a lot of people epoxy their countertops and it turns out good, but it did not turn out good for me. So after I peeled everything off, I just scraped up the paint a little bit, gave it a good clean. It came right off and it's good as new. I still don't love these countertops, but I think they're way better than before. Maybe changing the backsplash would help. Tell me what you think. Do you like it better before or now?
Next up, he clearly hasn't heard of measure twice, cut once. Or maybe he did, and just ignored it completely.
What the fuck happened? What the How did it end up so wrong? God fucking damn it, man. Can I turn this off?
You should now have found a black cable. Please do not pull it out. If you have already done so, please do not plug it back in.
And there you have it, a glorious collection of DIY disasters, home improvement fails, and enough bad decisions to fill a toolbox with regret. If you laughed, cringed, or saw your own mistakes in any of these clips, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Because on Internet is Forever TV, we don't fix it, we just replay it. Got a DIY fail of your own? Drop it in the comments. We're always collecting evidence for the next episode. See you in the next one.
Building some more cheap Amazon furniture. This one's a shoe rack. I don't own a mallet. This is happening. I'm a genius. You remember that one time I told you I was a genius? Well, it turns out I'm actually an idiot.
because I put the bottom part on wrong. And I already put 4,000 holes in the back of this thing, so that's staying there.
Look at this nice brand new floor they got installed in this unit, and then the painters came in to paint. Oh yeah, completely painted. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Where's my
What's out? You're getting a refurb.
I have not asked for a refurb!
There must have been someone else then, because we've been told to come here.
Yeah! Next door! That ain't mine!
What do you mean? 44B this?
No, this is 44A, love. Where's my sink? I'd offer you a room, but I ain't got no water or kettle, have I? I'm telling you now, this better be put right by the end of today.
How are we going to
Otherwise,
do that?
I am phoning the police.
How are you supposed to put this back? We've ripped everything out.
And is that my fault?
Well, no.
I just walked through the door, just got back off holiday. This ain't my fault.
We're not saying it is, so all it is we were told to come and do a job, which we've done very well, and we've taken everything out.
You've done it very well in the wrong
Exactly.
Exactly. But it wasn't on purpose, was it?
Can you not read? You spent all this time taking it out and you're telling me that you couldn't make the effort to double check what house it is?
Absolutely.
Come on.
Morons, honestly. Morons.